What's up, guys, and how's it going? So we're here this week for our skin previews, of course. And we're going to start off by taking a look at the Damascus Steel Hatchet version 5 by and at first it doesn't really look like there's much to it, but when you zoom in, there's actually a great level of detail to it, and it's quite nice. There's even, I guess, a couple spots that look like there's missing screws. It's a little bit weird there. But there you go. That's the handheld version of it. And it looks quite nice. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. Nice hatchet this week. Next up, we've got a new revolver skin from the crew over at Stab Studios, and it is the DYNAMO revolver skin. And, I mean, there you go. I mean, it is what it is. Again, highly detailed. From the back, not really so much. But quite a bit of detail when checking it out here. And it has a kind of a nice bronze golden look to it. So if that's what you're looking for, it's a not too bad of a skin to be picking up. Next up, we have a new bag from Tony, the Fisher sleeping bag, and this is actually a really nice sleeping bag. It looks great in my opinion. I like the level of detail to it. It looks like it has a net put over it. It's got the fishbone. Nice little design. The colors mesh really well together. So Tony, I have to say, great job this week, and definitely liking this bag choice much better than last week's. Next up, we've got the COBALT Security Locker version 5 from COBALT, and it's what you would expect. It is a locker made with some little cobalt stuff to it, and it's warning, authorized personnel only. There's some bullet holes, there's some barbed wire, and yeah, altogether it is a little bit like plain looking, but it has nice details, and I think that's the whole point there. Plus, I kind of like the whole like pleated design. Pleated, that's not really the right one. That's not the right word. But you know what I mean. This whole design along the side is actually very nice. And it's pretty well done. And it's nice to see some decoration pieces get some skin again, because a lot of times they don't sell that well, chairs and etc. And so it's good to see that there's a new one in there. Next up from Johnny Oldboy, we have a very awesome Dead Pirate AK. And this thing is just awesome looking. I love the details done to it. I mean, we've got little skulls everywhere. There's just a nice etching to the design in it. I mean, all the way up and across the barrel, there's even designs. So it is just really nice. This top thing kind of has like a squiddy look to it. Yeah, it's really well done. And definitely some props to you on this one. That's great right there. And I always love it when you aim down the sights and you got a little something going on. And we've got a kraken coming out of the ocean, and a skull, and some fish kind of like pattern around it. So this is definitely a really nice AK. Good job, Johnny. This one is one I'm definitely picking up this week. Next up, we've got the TACCOM security door from the crew at Stab, and I don't know about this one. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's a really well-designed door, and it looks nice, but I don't know if it really fits, in my opinion. I don't know, it's corroding, and, I mean, it looks nice, so, I don't know. I think with the color pattern, it would look really good with armored. So that's definitely, I think, the best place it would fit in. Sound off in the comments below how you feel about these kind of, like, fancy doors, and if you guys like them. Next up, Vase has brought us the kitchen wall hammer, and it is pretty much what it is. If you've ever been in a like Mexican tile styled kitchen, you'll kind of notice a lot of times they have like little patterns and so forth. I know where I grew up in California, this is very common in a lot of houses, and it's just I like that. It's like someone took a wall and just cut a chunk out of it, and that's pretty cool. I like how there's also kind of like a look in the back, like there's rebar going through it or something. So, I mean, it almost looks like it's a solid cement wall, which is a little bit weird. That's not quite how that works. But, I mean, it's all in the design of how it looks. So that's definitely something that is working, for sure. Next up, there's the Metal Hunter's vest. Of course, part of a set here. There's the vest, which get a back shot there. And then if you look down, we've also got a high qual version and then the skirt. So we're not going to go ahead and preview the skirt. We'll go ahead and load in the high qual version, of course. And here you go, you got it. And it's pretty cool. It kind of has a, I would say, chainmail look to it. Oh, why is that so blurry? Can we zoom in? There we go. And it's a neat set, so Tony definitely did a good job this week. And there's also the gloves as well, which are these right here. So the Metal Hunter gloves. And take a look at them. And these are actually really nice gloves. They'd actually go with a lot of other sets really well. So if you're looking to kind of recreate your new uniform, these are actually a pretty neat set of gloves on their own. Next, we've got the fire extinguisher double barrel, and it pretty much looks like someone took the hose part of a fire extinguisher, turned it into a shotgun, and then painted it up to match the whole fire extinguisher itself. And it's a really cool looking shotgun. It's very bright. I like the colors on it, and it's pretty well done, I have to say. So good job, Jensen. This thing looks pretty sweet. The zoomed in version has lots of nice color to it, and it's a great solid double barrel skin. Next up, we've got the steel and brass bar from Stab & Crew, and it is a very awesome looking bolty. I particularly love this part right here. It looks really, really nice. The detail to it is awesome, and it's a really fancy, nice looking bolty. Holding it in your hands here, it looks quite nice. Zoom in there, it's got a little bit of detail onto the end, and it's got a colored, but of course not glowing sight, which is quite nice. Next up, we've got some really colorful skins, which is awesome. I love when these artsy ones make it in because it's just unique, and it looks like someone really did just go and paint a gun themselves. So from BFS, we've got the Sting Sap here with a really awesome centipede on it, and it just looks really cool. I mean, it's a neat gun. From the side, you can still see the design pretty well, which is nice. When zooming in, it is just a whole lot of purple, but for those out there who like purple, this will be something that excites them. And not just this gun. Because there is this gun, and the Night Howler AK is awesome. BFS is pulling out some really sweet skins. I love it. This one is sweet. It's got some, you know, tear marks and cool little zigzag designs. And it's got this really sweet, like, almost zombie-looking wolf on it. And this is a really cool skin. And I definitely know my buddy Amir is going to love these because of the colors. And it looks great in your hand. You can see the design perfectly. And aiming down the sights, again, is just like a whole lot of purple. I wish there was a little something in that blank spot. But regardless, I mean, just the beauty, the sheer beauty of the AK itself makes up for it. So I can't really complain. That does it this week for the skins, guys. I hope this helped you pick out which ones you like. Once again, to show your support to me, please leave a like and make sure that you have that bell notification ticked off to make sure you get actual notifications when the videos come out, because YouTube is pretty broken on its own. We'll be back next week to show off those skins as usual, and look for my update video as soon as the dev blog hits this time, because this week is going to be a whole lot of information mostly. The dev team has been doing an amazing job, and they're incredibly knocking out a ton of stuff, progression systems, still working on the vehicles, and adding a ton of quality life improvements. So look out for that video, guys. I'll fill you in with all the information for this week, and thanks for watching. Sound off in the comments below, let me know which skins you got and why. As I always say, I hope this video helped you out, and we'll see you next week.